Hello everyone, this is Snipe Trading and I'll be going over my recap for today, Friday the 5th of March. So today I am up a total of $269. Kind of give away a little bit of profits after hours, kind of fighting ICE, EYES, and give away a bit of profits in the morning session. But yeah, I'll go over one by one over my thought process, starting with GME. So let's get to it. So GME had a few trades here. One decent entry for the flag break. So you can see the flag break here. It had a little push, held VWAP a couple times, once, twice. So I started when it was holding this VWAP, started small shares there, 20 shares, and then I started re-adding once this dip hold on the VWAP. So I added more, and then I wanted to add a little bit more on that break, but it didn't get filled. So I went ahead and took profits, trailing the 5-minute EMA, and took more profits along the way here with my last bit on the 147. And then it started trailing back down, and then so this was a great win. It's like $301 in the morning, and then I saw this kind of flag forming over here later part of the day. You can see it broke there by a little bit, so it kind of fell, did inverted cup and handle, good short spot, and it went down. So I took a loss there. I think it's $100 loss or so, and then I tried a couple more times here, and I think I was trying to go for this bigger cup and handle, but I was trying to get a flag break off of this and maybe a potential break of the bigger cup and handle, but it eventually fell, so I stopped out, and then I did some more attempts here for this break once it was testing the hourly, holding VWAP again. But overall, this was also a stop, kind of false breakout here. Okay, so I bought this breakout. I didn't get my sells fast enough for this wick, and ended up kind of being a scratch trade here. So I think overall that was 193 total for those 3 spots in the area for GME. Next trade is BNGO. So BNGO had a decent kind of big cup and handle forming, and I was expecting a bigger push than this, and it looks like it went after hours a little bit higher, but I was expecting a bigger push. I went and tried a couple times here. It failed, so I took some paper cut losses, and then when it broke, and then I sold into these pushes, I kind of made those back. So this was a $142 winner. So CDXC, CDXC was a short. So you can see it was extended on the 5-minute, 15-minute is down here. I saw a base of 1184 here. You got this inverted cup and handle forming. I shorted that, cover, and cover the rest on the 15-minute as it was catching up there. So that was a nice trail on the 1-minute chart, and covered for the rest there for $118 win. SIFY, SIFY. So this was just a quick scalp. I was trying to bottom fish this after it tested the hourly and was holding. So I saw a little higher low forming there, and I bought that break for a scalp, hopefully for the test of VWAP, but I didn't get there, and there's a lot of resistance around this area. You can see all the 90 EMAs are converging there. Sorry. So all the 9 EMAs are converging here, and so you can see, yeah, I bought this because of this flag, risking this low. Sold pretty much mostly over here because I saw it was weak from all these EMAs. I was expecting maybe a push towards VWAP. But that was a quick $41 winner. ANCN. ANCN was an after hour trade. You can see it's trailing this 15-minute chart. It had a bounce after the test there, and it's creating this inverted cup or cup and handle. Bought that, sold, and then I could have been more patient to get more out of it, but I sold too soon. PRPL was a attempted short off this trendline break on, and then I saw this inverted cup and handle forming. The 15-minute is right underneath it, so it went and tested the 15-minute EMA and popped back up. So I went ahead and covered like just almost 100 shares there, and then it just popped up and I kind of took it off. So that was a quick I guess $21 win. And then going to my losers, so this also had a nice inverted cup and handle forming, and I think the same thing that happened. The 15-minute is just down here, so it kind of moved down a bit and kind of held it. It cracked it and held it, so it doesn't look like it wants to go lower to the hourly chart. So I kind of covered there for a small loss of $6. KMPH. KMPH, I was expecting a quicker move, but you can see it's forming a flag here. It was a bit of a chase because the breakout was around like 45s or so, so it's a 10-cent chase, and then I sold it because I chased it a little bit, but I was expecting a big move, right? It eventually got there, but I think had I kind of had a better average price, I probably would have held this dip. And you can see it was trailing the 5-minute EMA, so could have been a good trade there. A KMPH, but nonetheless it was a $6 loss. Next trade is TALO, TALO. So TALO also was expecting a flag break here. So you can see the flag break was holding VWAP, so I was expecting it to kind of break here. There was like a little bit of a volume on here, but it wasn't enough to break that, so I ended up just taking it off, and it was a really low volume play. Next traded, so that was a $19 loss. Next trade was a $71 loss, and this was 2 trades. One of it was in the morning. I think I was looking for a inverted cup and handle here for a short. It didn't break, so it kind of squeezed and it stopped out on this prior high, and that was a $71 loser. And then I also tried again over here, and I think this was a loss as well. Let's see what I did here. So I might have, okay, so I think this was a I tried to do a VWAP break, so I bought the dip there, expecting kind of a flag. So I think that there's a large flag line forming. Actually, I think it was this flag line. Yeah, so it was this flag line. I bought the flag line dip. It fell to hold VWAP, so I sold. I re-added, expecting the 15-minute trend to hold, and then I sold here, so it was pretty much a flat trade here, and that was for a $71 total loser. EYES. So EYES had a nice short here in the morning around when it was trading around $2. So this was a nice inverted cup and handle, short cover, tested the 5-minute, stopped out, and then I tried this multiple times to short, and each time I just gave away the profits that I had. So here's another one, short, cover a bit, but so this was, yeah, I think another winner. And then I tried shorting again here for this cup and handle, but I end up stopping out there for a loss as well. And then probably just more on this trend line. So you can see it's trailing this 5-minute chart pretty well. So for each time it's trying to break it, I try to short it, but every time it held. So I kind of took a lot of paper cut losses there, and then after hours I did some more trading, and I end up trading differently after hours, and it's probably a bad thing because I end up taking away most of my profits for the day. But I was expecting so this one actually had a fail flag. So I was expecting, a flag here. It happened, broke there, and then pretty much that break was a false break, and it pretty much sold off. So I took quite a loss there, giving away my morning profits, and then I think I tried to dip by a bit here on this hourly trend because it was had a huge pullback, so I was expecting a bounce. So it bounced a bit. I took some off there, and then there was this a kind of flag forming off VWAP, and you can see higher lows to form. So I was hoping for a kind of break of this, so I tried multiple times to eventually kind of squeeze for the VWAP before the market closed, since it's the weekend. Shorts would probably try to cover, but it ended up doing the opposite and broke down instead. So it broke down, inverted cup and handle. So that's another few losses here that I took, and it was a total of $185 loss on that. But overall, up a total of $267, and pretty much trading the same two strategies, the long planet and the inverted cup and handle. But hopefully EYES went up a lot, I think 500% today, and this week and last week was pretty dry in the small caps, so hopefully this kind of brings back a lot of those runners for the next week, and hopefully we can get better trades on the long side. That's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't done so, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. Thank you. See you guys next week. Bye.